y'all, and welcome back to the shop. So today we are going to be making a wood bowl. Now I got this piece of sycamore here. I think this is sycamore, but got this chunk of sycamore here. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to cut it down and then put it on our lathe and turn a bowl. Now I've never turned a bowl before, but what better way to learn than to get out there and do it yourself. So it's going to be a learning experience for me. Hopefully you guys learned something. But first things first, we got to sharpen up my chisels. So let's go ahead and get after that. So now that we got our chisels all sharpened up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my table saw up. I'm going to run that piece through, get one flat edge, button it up against my, what's it called? My guard, my fence on the table saw, and I'll push it through and cut it down just to get two flat edges on the side. Then what we'll do is we'll bring it over there to the lathe and we'll hook it up to the lathe. So let's get after it. Alright guys, so now that we have our chuck piece off here, what we are going to do is we're going to take our flat edge and we are going to secure our chuck piece to the flat edge. I'm going to use some screws in all of these holes. We'll screw it back onto our lathe here and then we'll start turning this down into hopefully a bowl, but it may turn into a vase. We'll see where it goes. Like I said, I've never done this before. So it's going to be a new experience for me. So as I'm learning, hopefully you guys are learning as well. So that's enough talking. Let's get after it. All right guys, so here we are. We have our piece. It's in our lathe. We have it screwed into our chuck. We have our center pin here, pushing it in real tight. So you guys can't see it, but on the back side here where your tool rest, when you're doing something like this, my tool rest is about that big. So what you might have to do whenever you're working in order to keep your tool on the tool rest without having to turn it too much is take your tool rest and you slide it over into little increments and then do little by little. That way you're not running your tool off the tool rest. Because if you run your tool off the tool rest, you run into chipping your tool, chipping your piece of wood, or completely throwing your tool back at you, and you don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here and I'm going to slowly work my way all the way down until I get it smoothed out, and we'll go from there. Now with woodworking, I've been doing this for quite a long time, so I know that you may start out wanting to make a bowl. So that's what we're going to try to do today, but it might end up as something else, and that's fine. As long as you are being creative and you are making something and you like the product that you have made, it'll all be okay. So I'm gonna throw you guys on a time lapse. I'm gonna run this down, get it all smooth, and I'll catch you guys after that. Alright guys, so as you've seen, I smoothed it down. I got it into a good cylinder. And like I said before, you might start out wanting to make a bowl. Looking at this and how this is going to be shaped out, I think what we're going to do now is make a vase. I want to have the vase to where towards the bottom it kind of bowls out. It comes in real tight and then kind of flares back out. If you watched my duck call video, it's basically doing the same thing, just in reverse. So instead of, well, technically it's the same way, not reversed. So we're gonna have our base end on the bottom. It's gonna be real big and it's gonna come in real tight and then kind of flare back out up at the top. So that's what I think I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna start working on that. If you guys seen, I left a little bit on the end that I just kind of shaved it down, didn't really do much else with it. That's because the screws are going in right there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna round it in underneath that right before the screws start, and that's where we'll cut it off and make the bottom flat. So I'm gonna get back after this. Hopefully we don't mess up, but if we do, that's fine. We'll just get a new piece of wood, try it again. Like I said, I'm learning, hopefully you guys are learning too. So I'm gonna get after this, you guys stay tuned. Well, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right there, there's a slight little nick in the wood. I knew I was feeling something whenever I was doing it. Oh, there's another one right there too. But, I mean, that's okay. I left a lot of girth down here on the bottom side. I kind of changed the design up just a tad bit. So I'm gonna probably cut this down just a little bit more. I'm gonna keep the curve. I'm gonna cut into this a little bit more, try to make the bowl down here just a slight bit bigger. And then what I'll do is I'll just keep rolling over this. It was a sharp edge and I didn't like it too much, so I kind of rolled the edge over, and what I'll do is I'll continue to roll that edge. I'll dig deeper into here, come back out, roll over it, just to get these little nicks out. I'll bring this in a little bit more too. Try to make this bowl here just a bit bigger. But so far, I like the design of it. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Tell me if you like it, or tell me something you would do a little different. I don't know if you guys seen, but earlier in this clip, like I told you guys, I was too far. You didn't want to get too far off the edge here, because then you'll start nicking, and that's exactly what happened to me. Kind of busted my knuckle a little bit, but that's fine. You learn from your mistakes, so that was not on purpose. I didn't try to do that. It just kind of happened. Happens to the best of us. So we're gonna continue doing this right here, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. Well, here it is, guys. It's all shaped out. I got the front smoothed off right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sandpaper. I'm going to sand it down on the outside, get it all nice and clean, and then we'll start drilling we'll figure out how we're going to drill the hole in order to start making the hole bigger. So once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys, there you are. So the outside's all sanded down nice and smooth. Front's sanded down. Now what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my chuck over here. I'm gonna mark my center hole with it since it does have a little point into it. And then I'm gonna sit down and ponder on how I'm gonna drill this hole. I don't think I have the right attachment for my lathe in order to drill the hole, but we might have to put it in my drill press and just be very careful. I mean, we've gotten it to this point. I don't want to mess it up because it does look good. So yeah, once I have that figured out on how I'm going to drill this out, I'll get back with you guys. All right, guys, so I think I figured out how I'm going to drill this out. So what I'm going to do is I do not have the attachment to drill with my lathe. So what I'm going to do is I set it up here on my drill press, which you guys will see in a minute. And the biggest bit that I have is a 1-inch Forstner bit. I'm probably gonna have to look around the shop. I might have another one in here that's a bit bigger, but for now I have a 1-inch Forstner bit. And what I'm gonna do is, since I found the center point on my lathe, I know exactly where to drill at. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill as far down as my drill press will let me without going too far. So basically on our vase here, I don't want to go any further than right here where it bevels back down. I just think at that point it's too deep. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to at least get it to right here. If I have to go shorter, I'm working with what I have here. I don't have a giant shop. I'm working in my garage, so we'll just see how far we can get. We'll throw it back on the lathe and then try to drill out or try to cut out the rest of it. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so after doing a little bit more searching, I do have a bigger bit. It is a 1 1/4 paddle bit, but unfortunately the shaft for it is too long. So what we're going back to is our 1-inch Forstner bit. And all I'm going to do is I've already got my center hole marked out with the punch that's on the lathe. And I'm going to take the tip of the Forstner bit, I don't know if you guys can see, but the tip of the Forstner bit, and I'm going to put it right in that hole and then start drilling down into it. Like I said, I don't want to go any further than this point right here. So we'll just see how deep we can get and then we'll throw it back on the lathe. So I'm gonna put you guys on another time lapse so you can watch me do this, and after that I'll catch back up with you guys. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're back in our lathe. I have it set up here. I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of different perspective, so let me know if you guys like it. I'm gonna try to get in here and show you guys how I'm gonna widen this out. So on the lathe, or excuse me, on the drill press there, I didn't go all the way down to where I was talking about earlier. So I was sitting there when I was drilling and I was thinking, I could just drill down deep enough. This is only to the first crease of my finger right here. So I was thinking if I drill down just deep enough, I could take my chisels and actually widen it out. And once I get it wide enough, then I can start working on the inside. So I just drilled down that little bit and I'm gonna try it out. If it doesn't work, then we'll think of something else. But I think this is gonna work. I don't know. So I'll let you guys know. But yeah, so I'm gonna start widening this out. If I get in your guys' way, I'm sorry. My shoulder will get in the way. And I'll figure it out on editing and I'll try to do better next time. So let's get after it. Well guys, here it is. So it's all bored out on the inside, sanded down. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off of here, take it off our lathe, and then figure out what kind of coating I'm gonna put on it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it clear like this or if I'm gonna stain it. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to my wife, see what she thinks about it, and then I'll let you guys know. What's up guys? So back at it again, it's the next day. Talked to my wife yesterday. We decided that we are going to go with a weathered oak stain for the outside. The inside I'm just gonna do a up to a certain point I'll do the weathered oak, but for the rest of the way down I'll just throw a clear lacquer on the inside of it. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand down the bottom, finish sanding that, and then make sure everything's smooth and throw the stain on there. All right guys, so here it is. So we used our weathered oak 270, and this is only the first coat. So we'll let this dry, and then we will probably throw another coat on there. So I did get a little bit deep down into it. The rest of that and on top of this, I'm gonna put a clear weather seal on it. All right, what's up guys? So, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I completely forgot to film an outro for this video, but here it is. It's all done. This was my first time, like I said, ever doing or trying anything like this. I started out with wanting to make a bowl and it ended up being a vase. That's just the way it goes. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this, if you want me to do more. Yeah, so that's gonna be the end of it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know whatever you guys want me to build. I'll try to build it. Thanks.